How's it going, everyone? Today we have this 2007 Corvette C6Z in black with the 2LZ package. This car has a little over 32,000 miles. We brought this one in out of Houston, Texas. It is pretty far from stock. Got a really nice appearance to it. Just gonna do a little walk around video for you, showing you inside and out of the car. And I'm gonna try to cover as much defects as possible, because the last thing we want are surprises, especially when you're buying something out of state. Nobody wants that. So on the outside, we'll start off with the front bumper. It's got a aftermarket splitter with some splitter rods. These are more for cosmetics looks. The headlights are blocked out as well. And this badge actually glows red behind it. And it looks like we actually have a little mesh on the fog lights. This is something I've actually never seen before. And the lip is cracked as well. The ground effects kit was red at one time. It looked like somebody had painted over it black. Where there are chips, you will see some of the red from before. The front bumper itself is in really good condition. I mean, the paint overall is pretty exceptional on this car. It's got a really great shine to it. Minimal rock chips. The wheels or some of them do have some rash, like the ones in the front have rash. I don't believe the ones in the rear have any, but you will see some scuffing on them. And we did brand new rear brakes and rotors as it was needed. Let's see. This is very typical on your rear side skirts. This is designed to actually take the impact, but you're gonna get a lot of rocks thrown up in here. This is actually a really common section too that collects little pebbles and rocks, as you'll notice on these Corvettes. So it was a little chewed up. The door handles are Hydro Dip, fake carbon fiber. It's got a really great wheel fitment going on. And the rear side marker is black. I think they're LEDs. There's some scuffing right here, maybe a prior repair at one point. And the rear end is wrapped flat black. It's a pretty common thing that people will do on these Corvettes. They'll kind of separate the rear bumper from the rest of the car. So underneath it, it is, the paint. As you see, it was cut out and outlined. But they did what a lot of the guys do is they'll just wrap the rear end. It does still have the dual MPP, dual mode mufflers, so you can control it off a fuse or a valve. This one has the fuse pulled, so they are open all the time. Really no damage on the rear bumper though. And get on this wheel. Tires are in great condition, have lots of life left on them. This fender has a small damage right here. As you can see, the fiberglass was pushed and cracked. I'm told that fiberglass is pretty easy to repair though. To me, it's not that big of a deal. That's probably the worst of it all in this car. And again, that little side skirt, whatever you want to call it, chewed up by rocks. And the rest looks good. And the interior is very far from stock. It has a lot of the diamond stitching throughout the seats, the center armrests, even on the doors themselves. And everything was painted red, interior trim wise. We did install a brand new factory shifter, so it's got brand new bushing, shift knob. It had an MGW shifter and the bushings were completely toasted, so we put a new factory assembly in it for right now. The steering wheel was wrapped in leather as well. And the rear has custom sound system. We'll pop the hood in a second. I do want to start the car. So the heart of the beast is still an LS7. It does have Texas Speed PRC cylinder heads with the Black Mamba cam. I forget who makes that cam. It also has a fast LSX style intake manifold with a Nick Williams 102 throttle body. And then you have your typical catch can. Got Cook's long tube headers, high flow catted X pipe. Car does have ARP head bolts. Sounds really good. It's got really awesome oil pressure too. I believe they upgraded the oil pump. It probably has the K-Tech oil pump in it. It's a really good oil pressure going on. You can hear the cam. Got a great sound to it. It's not overly loud. It's still the factory mufflers. It does have the VR Veram intake, upgraded plug wires, MSD wires. It's a nice fast fuel rail. This thing's sweet. Really, I'm a big fan of that. And I like to go in the hatch and show you everything else, the sound system. I gotta figure out how I'm gonna open the hatch. I don't know why it's not opening right now. Might be because I have a door open or something. Let's do this. There it is, yeah. Kind of weird. This is the custom trunk setup. So you have your amp here in the center, and then you have your subwoofers on the sides. I'm not exactly sure what subs they put in on this car. And then it's got a new battery. This thing's a little flimsy. They usually are on these cars. Show you the passenger side. It does have a two-step box put into the coil packs, and that's what that trigger button is. It's not set up, or it doesn't work, so I'm not sure you know, what it is that is causing it not to trigger, but I really haven't spent enough time in there figuring out what wire is loose or not. That's something that's really easy to remove as well if you don't want to have the MSD two-step. It really is kind of pointless because it's not going to hook on these tires, so I'm not too sure why they even have that in the car. And the steering wheel too was redone. One thing I tell a lot of customers, you can actually buy the newer factory suede steering wheel for like $300 on eBay. It is a GM OEM product, and all you need to do is transfer the airbag over if you want that newer style. So it's not really that hard to do. But anyways, this is going to conclude our walk around video. If you want to make sure this Corvette is still available, go to azautohunters.com. If not this vet, we do deal a lot in these, so keep an eye on our website. Other than that, thanks for watching.